It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Colts and the Texans. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all-division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And
just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. Here's Tank Dell to return it from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
They'll hand off to Hall. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded at the 33. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Again on second down, it's Stroud. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season, as this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to the air with Richardson. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Option play, a give to Hole. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Richardson now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Colts have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
this is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes Dell on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives as they start again here. We'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a 1st down.
Stroud sets up the play action. Repeated the last play, going to Mechie here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Stroud. Man open left side is Brown. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Here's Stroud. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. This will be complete to Mechie. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Caught left side, here's Dell. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Here goes Stroud again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now it's Richardson. There's the stiff arm. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Back deep is Tank Dell. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Jackson to return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Richardson. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On 2nd down, here's Hull. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Richardson. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Shedding the tackle. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Right side completes to Mechie. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, Jackson. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd down, here's Richardson. Look at the big man rumble. And finally taken down at the 34. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the option left, Richardson. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Richardson will keep it once again. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Gay's kick is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. First and 10, it's Stroud. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. First and 10, it's Pierce. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Stroud to throw it. To the right side and caught by Dell. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Texans at 7-9 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throw here is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing now is Stroud. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan? Introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That was Eric Johnson in there to drop him for a sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Stroud to the sideline and incomplete. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 5-point game. And that's the risk of a long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen in the end of halves.
And the Colts coming out now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Again, it's Richardson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They need 18 yards here on third down. Third and long for Richardson. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Stroud now on 2nd down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Got him in. It's Brown.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Titans out in front in that one. Derrick Henry accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Jaden Reed, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Buccaneers trying to hold on and claim victory. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Richardson looking to throw. This pass reeled in by Hull. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Play action. Now Richardson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On second down, here's the option. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Stroud. A quick throw, but incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. And he is caught. And he's going to get the is all the way down inside the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He was waving as hard as won the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now Hull. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And they'll run with Hull. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 53 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A run here with Hull. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now it's Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Richardson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can find only to about the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Richardson now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they will grab the lead here by 2, 13-11. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets him the lead here in the 3rd, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Stroud to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Stroud sets up the play action. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Hull, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Richardson to throw off play action. He'll get this one to Pittman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Richardson off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. On 1st down, Hull, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Here's Richardson to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now a give, right side. Hull. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Cole, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Gay's kick is good. And it will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And Stroud now to throw.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Stroud looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First down, Texans.
Play action. Stroud now. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Stroud. This is caught. It's Woods. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Give to Pierce. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Richardson looking to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. So Richardson and the Colts now down 17-16, 2:23 to play. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete to Pierce. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here now, 3rd down. Now Richardson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So that'll leave them with one last gasp, Charles. They need their defense. They only have the 1 timeout, and they've got to hold them to a field goal.
And if you have the ball on offense now, all you're talking about is ball security, taking care of it, making sure your runners don't go out of bounds to stop the clock and give them a chance to regroup. You want to make sure you stay in bounds, run as much time as possible, make them burn that last timeout, and hopefully hold on to the ball and ice the game.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get the lead up to 4. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Richardson. Throw out wide is incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Texans, they get the victory in the season finale, but it will still mean a sub-500 season as they finish at 8-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.